Guardians of Terra, the Galactic Federation and the Future of Humankind, the Age of Observation. In the year 2025, humanity stands unaware of a quiet surveillance spanning millennia. Above the thermosphere, beyond the electromagnetic veil of near-Earth orbit, a network of observation stations belonging to the Galactic Federation monitors the pulse of the planet. Their task is not control, but preservation. They record every shift in atmospheric chemistry, every fluctuation in solar radiation, and every behavioral inflection in the species known locally as Homo sapiens. The Federation operates under a prime principle: non-interference until necessity. Their archives extend across thousands of civilizations, cataloged by evolutionary stability and capacity for self-preservation. Earth now occupies a category labeled Pre-Ascendant Civilization 9E. It signifies a species with high technological aptitude, unstable socio-ecological balance, and accelerating cognitive evolution. The Federation observes, measures, and assesses whether intervention becomes essential for the species' survival, and whether humanity in turn may join the interstellar network as a contributing member rather than a contained anomaly. Section 1. Federation Structure and Purpose. The Galactic Federation functions as a decentralized coalition of advanced civilizations united by a common scientific objective: the long-term stabilization of intelligent life across habitable regions of the galaxy. There is no emperor, no single council. Governance occurs through what they define as consensual synthesis, a system of distributed decision-making mediated by quantum-linked computational intelligences. Each member civilization contributes a specialization. The Arcturian entities manage bioecological restoration projects across newly terraformed systems. The Lyrian collectives oversee sociocultural development programs, ensuring psychological resilience within emerging species. The Andromedan councils manage the Codex of Conscious Evolution, a vast repository mapping the neurological trajectories of every sentient race under observation. The Federation is not benevolent by sentiment, it is rational by design. Its members view life as a statistical phenomenon requiring management against entropy. Intervention occurs only when the probability of extinction exceeds the projected rate of cultural adaptation. Earth's data now fluctuates dangerously close to that threshold. Section 2. The Earth Monitoring Initiative. At present, 7 observation stations orbit Earth at hidden quantum frequencies, imperceptible to human radar. Each functions as a node within the Anthropic Stability Program. Their purpose: measure collective consciousness coherence, track biospheric decline, and assess socio-technological trends. The stations operate under a protocol called Directive 9. It authorizes passive monitoring with limited data seeding, transmitting subtle patterns through electromagnetic fields and digital systems to encourage specific intellectual or ethical developments among humans. Inspiration, intuition, and scientific insight often align with these transmissions. The Federation classifies them as guided cognitive stimuli. Earth scientists remain unaware of these stimuli, yet correlations exist. The rapid acceleration in quantum computing, synthetic biology, and sustainable energy research since 2010 aligns with Federation signal modulations detected within the global Schumann resonance band. Federation analysts conclude that indirect guidance remains the optimal method for elevating a species without cultural disruption. Section 3. The Human Question Federation councils convene every 2 standard lunar cycles of Earth's rotation, measured through temporal synchronization fields. Their discussions now center on whether humanity has reached the threshold for contact. The species demonstrates contradictory tendencies. On one hand, unprecedented advancements in computation, neural mapping, and interplanetary exploration. On the other, ecological collapse, political fragmentation, and mass psychological stress resulting from digital overexposure. The The central query: can humanity evolve self-regulation before self-destruction? To answer this, the Federation employs probabilistic modeling using data harvested from human communication networks, atmospheric chemistry, and sociometric mapping. Current projections yield a bifurcated outcome. One timeline indicates collapse due to resource exhaustion within 80 planetary years. Another shows ascension, defined as the stabilization of planetary ecosystems and the establishment of post-scarcity economies within 50 years if global cooperation surpasses a critical threshold of 18%. That threshold represents the minimal percentage of the global population required to participate in sustainable and collective systems thinking. Federation analysts calculate that humanity currently stands at 12%. The margin remains narrow, but the curve trends upward. Section 4. The Council of Concordance. Presently, the Federation's primary assembly, the Council of Concordance, operates within a transdimensional locus near the galactic core. It is not a building, but a harmonic convergence of light and data. Representatives communicate through neuro-resonant avatars rather than physical forms. Earth's status remains a recurring agenda item. The Arcturian delegates advocate for partial intervention, limited disclosure, and ecological remediation technologies introduced through cooperative channels. The Lyrian collectives argue for continued observation, asserting that premature contact could destabilize human governance structures. A median proposal emerges: the Gradual Awakening Plan. Under this initiative, information about extraterrestrial presence will enter human awareness incrementally through cultural, scientific, and digital channels, fiction, media, and scientific anomalies that nudge collective cognition toward acceptance without shock. The process is underway. The Federation labels it Phase Transition Alpha. Section 5. Quantum seeding operations. Within Earth's magnetosphere, small autonomous probes release photonic nanoclusters carrying encoded quantum patterns. These clusters interact with human communication signals, influencing the probability matrix of creative cognition among selected individuals. Writers, scientists, and artists receive impulses that manifest as sudden insights or visions of unified civilization. These mental events are neither hallucinations nor transmissions, but entanglement effects generated through resonance alignment. The objective is not manipulation, but amplification, enhancing the probability that humanity conceives solutions aligned with long-term planetary stability. The Federation's doctrine states true evolution must appear self-generated to the species evolving. Section 6. The sociological phase shift. As of this chronicle's current cycle, human civilization demonstrates early-stage convergence patterns. Economic decentralization, quantum information ethics, and global youth movements advocating sustainability all indicate collective awareness in formation. Federation data analysts classify the human noosphere, the collective field of planetary thought, as semi-coherent. This means the majority of the population operates within shared informational streams, but lacks harmonized intent. To stabilize this field, the Federation initiates harmonic broadcasts designed to synchronize emotional and rational cognition frequencies. These signals are embedded in global communication infrastructure, especially in digital networks that shape public discourse. The intended result: gradual reduction of polarization and cognitive dissonance at a planetary scale. Progress remains measurable but uneven. Regions with dense media saturation display high resonance instability, while isolated communities exhibit organic coherence. The paradox of connectivity: the more connected a species becomes, the more fragmented its internal dialogue, remains Earth's defining challenge. Section 7. Federation Ethics and Non-Interference. The Federation adheres to an ethical code codified in the Principia Vitae. It prohibits direct rule, worship induction, or genetic modification of any developing species unless extinction probability surpasses 95%. Earth remains below that limit. Thus, all interactions occur through indirect influence and scientific observation. When anomalies arise, such as unauthorized contact attempts by non-Federation entities, the Council deploys correction measures to maintain planetary quarantine integrity. The Federation perceives humanity not as primitive but as embryonic, a species in cognitive adolescence. Their policy reflects this understanding: nurture without interference, observation without dominance. Section 8. Planetary synchronization events. Throughout 2025, the Federation coordinates a series of synchronization pulses via solar modulation. These pulses fine-tune Earth's magnetic harmonics to stabilize atmospheric fluctuations and minimize catastrophic solar flare effects. Simultaneously, they align the planet's resonance field to facilitate consciousness integration. On the surface, humans interpret these pulses as random geomagnetic storms or unusual auroral patterns. In reality, they serve as calibration events for planetary bioenergetic coherence. Federation analysts monitor the outcomes in real time. The current readings indicate a marginal increase in global empathy and cross-cultural collaboration immediately following synchronization events. The correlation, while indirect, reinforces the hypothesis that emotional states and geomagnetic coherence are interdependent variables in planetary evolution. Section 9. Human contact preparations. The Federation prepares contingency frameworks for first contact. The plan does not involve mass revelation, but structured introduction through scientific liaisons, humans capable of integrating Federation data without sociocultural breakdown. Candidates are identified based on neural receptivity, ethical stability, and leadership potential. Most remain unaware of their inclusion in the preparatory program. Their exposure occurs through symbolic dreams, encounters, and intellectual intuitions that lead them toward planetary advocacy. The projected timeline for limited contact initiation is 2040 to 2060 Earth years, contingent upon global stability metrics. The Federation will not proceed until human civilization achieves partial post-scarcity economics and environmental reversal beyond 20% recovery threshold. Section X, the Federation's long view. From the Federation's perspective, humanity's struggle is ordinary. Across thousands of galaxies, countless species undergo similar crises, ecological collapse preceding moral evolution. The critical variable is always the same: whether intelligence learns stewardship before entropy consumes it. The Federation watches Earth not with sentiment but with scientific curiosity. Humanity's creativity, adaptability, and emotional range present a rare confluence of traits. Should the species stabilize, it will become a valuable contributor to the Federation's knowledge network, particularly in cultural synthesis and emotional intelligence modeling. If the species fails, its data will endure, archived within the Codex as a cautionary model for others. In the Federation's framework, extinction is not tragedy, but transformation into information. Section 11. The present balance. At this present moment, 2025, Earth hovers at a decisive inflection point. Human technology surpasses historical limits, yet wisdom lags. Artificial intelligence, synthetic biology, and energy systems carry the potential for utopia or collapse. The Federation neither predicts nor dictates the outcome. They monitor, calculate, and prepare for both. Their sensors register the hum of human civilization, the electromagnetic pulse of cities, the neural networks of digital consciousness, the collective heartbeat of 8 billion beings. To them, this symphony of chaos is not noise, but data, a signal of awakening intelligence finding coherence amid disorder. Humanity stands unknowingly under the gaze of cosmic custodians who measure every step towards self-realization. The Galactic Federation remains unseen yet active. Its presence surrounds Earth in silence, It does not demand worship, nor will it announce arrival through spectacle. Its work is invisible because true guardianship requires anonymity. Somewhere in orbit, a Federation observer compiles this very report, transmitting data across the stellar web. The Chronicle records humanity as a living experiment, a species testing whether free will can coexist with cosmic order. The Chronicle ends without conclusion. The experiment continues in real time. Humanity, under the Federation's observation, writes the next entry through its choices, its science, and its capacity to evolve beyond fear. And so, in this present age, the Galactic Federation watches, not as rulers, not as gods, but as archivists of potential, preserving the fragile, luminous promise of humankind.